Hi guys, in this discussion we'll be starting about the various investment in the electronic vehicle in India for 2021. So first we will see the challenges faced in India. First thing is that major companies which are into electrical vehicles are not in the share market at all. For example, this company called Sun Mobility, it is doing electrical infrastructure. It is building a lot of electrical infrastructure in Andhra and Bangalore, but this is not listed in share market. And now Okinawa, it is getting in scooter industry, even that is not being listed. And the major player in scooter is Ather, and even that is not listed. That is the first major problem which I have found. Second is lack of charging infrastructure. If you see the whole of Chennai, there are only two charging infrastructure. One in Guduvanjeri and some other like even if there are charging infrastructure, it is like too far apart, like 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer apart. So India needs to develop charging infrastructure also. The third thing is lack of energy produced from renewable energy, because right now we are just making lot of energy from coal and all. But if you are asking about solar energy, wind power is very good in Tamil Nadu. But if you consider a lot of renewable energies is not being developed. So right now we have to start building a lot of infrastructure for renewable energy like solar. Like every house or like every charging station should have a solar system to get a lot of renewable energy. Then the thing is high initial cost of vehicle. Nowadays, if you see, if you are buying a electrical car, then it is minimum 20 lakhs. 20 this the MG ZS is at least 20 to 23 lakhs. Hyundai Kona is also 23 lakhs. And if you see Tata and Mahindra, they are only selling in 10 lakh range. If you see Tata Nexon, it is around like 16 lakhs. And like there are like minimum models of Mahindra and Tata, they are about 9 to 10 lakhs. So these are the cheapest ones so far. And one more thing is for building a lot of integrated chips, you need a lot of quantity of gold and silver. There are not a lot of gold mining plant and silver mining plant in India, and even lithium and cobalt also it is being imported only. So if you want to start building batteries and all, you have to buy all the raw materials from mainly from China, because they are the major exporters. Then lack of standardization in EV charger. The thing is like there are like AC and DC chargers for charging EV vehicles, and most thing they follow their own standard. India has implemented like IS 117 Bharat standard, which we have to follow. But lot of people they are having their own company which are having their own standard. For example, even if you see America, Tesla is having their own charges which will not be compatible with most other charges. Then government policy will see, like India due to COVID, like no one are purchasing a lot of raw material from China, right? So what India is planning is by 2025 all the major EV import should be from India. So right now the production 80% of electric vehicle production is happening in China right now, and they are controlling largest lithium reserve. That is the fourth largest lithium reserve China is controlling. So the major companies like Tesla, everyone are getting lithium from this only. And India doesn't have a lot of lithium reserves. Now only they have found a reserve in Gujarat they have found, and in Bangalore, near Bangalore they have found. But the thing is, what India is planning is it is trying for alternative fuel types like aluminum. Next is 1.4 billion subsidy India is providing. 1 billion is around like 7,000 crores, I think. So they are providing a 1.4 billion subsidy for buyers and manufacturers. If you see, if you are buying a EV car, our government will provide a 1.3 lakh incentive. And if you are buying a two-wheeler, it is providing 1,800 to 2,900 initiative. Then if you see various cities such as Delhi, Delhi is having a lot of EV cabs, which is going to be launched in 2021. And Tamil Nadu is revolutionizing a three-wheeler auto service, like about 5,000 electric vehicle auto will be released by Tamil Nadu, and it will only cost like 115 rupees for like about 100 kilometers. Then even for charging infrastructure, because charging infrastructure is like major need for the country, our government is funding about 140 million. Then like the major thing is FAME, faster adoption of a hybrid and energy vehicle. So this is the a system which India is having. This was launched around 2012. Then 2012, 2019 there was a phase, and after 2019 to 2022, right now we are in second phase of this thing. Next, we'll see the major players. The major players are Ashok Leyland and Tata Motors in buses. The first one to bring electric vehicle in buses, Ashok Leyland. Now they have a fully electricized vehicle which is launched by Tata Motors. Then in two-wheelers, the major player is Ather for scooters. Then Okinawa is recently it has come. Then Bajaj Auto and Hero Motorcorp. And one more good news which we have to know is Hero Motorcorp is only funding this Ather. So maybe in the future this Ather company will be absorbed into Hero Motorcorp. Then in cars, the major players are MG, Mahindra, Tata Motors, and Benz. If you see Benz and all, it will not be available in our share market. So we have to focus on these things. And right now, if you see like Tata Motors and all are in a very good rally. And then battery manufacturers, mainly for Tata Motors, for Nexon and all, the battery they are planning to be delivered by Tata Chemicals. They are planning to make lithium batteries. Then like already like well established company like Amara Raja and Exide, they are also like major players for market. And these are also like a low risk, high reward type of investment. And the largest charging infrastructure. Charging infrastructure, the major of thing is controlled by NTPC, our government, and like even a part they have given it to Tata Power for developing. And one more thing for charging infrastructure is uh, in the first slide, the Sun Mobility. The Sun Mobility is actually doing a lot of charging infrastructure, but we have to see how it fares in the future. Okay, so you can start it now, Shriram. What is your findings for the last week?
ரெண்டு பேர் தான் இருக்கும்.
ஓகே ஓகே சோ அப்ப தமிழ்ல சொல்லு இல்ல இங்கிலீஷ்லயே சொல்லிடு ரெக்கார்ட் பண்றோம்ல.
Okay, so first the major thing when we start in electric vehicle sector is 5 sectors we need to concentrate. Out of 5, the 3 are the main important things. One is we need battery manufacturers. So every electric vehicles or any vehicles need this battery manufacturer, and the battery is actually a lithium ion. So that's one. The battery manufacturer is number one sector, and the second one is the charging infrastructure. So whenever the electric vehicles, they need to charge for a while. So charging infrastructure is second, and third is electric vehicles, manufacturers and everything.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk about the major companies in this sector. So first is in, as you said, in the lithium battery manufacturers. There are three most valuable companies. First is Tata Chemicals. The Tata Chemicals, first we don't have lithium in our country, and we used to import from China most of the time, China or South America, like that. There's a ore that has been found near Bangalore, and there's a company. 3 state companies have invested into a company to operate this mine.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, we can just see the internet, right?
Yeah. So I'm
what
opening
shall
the
I put?
blog. Okay, so
I'll put Bangalore lithium mining.
Right. It's called. Okay, so yeah, what it is.
So this
the
one,
new
right?
company Khanij Videsh India Limited was incorporated in August 2019 by 3 state-owned companies: NALCO, Hindustan Copper, and Mineral Exploration Limited, with a specific mandate to acquire strategic mineral assets such as lithium and cobalt aboard
Okay.
So
So I think this will
over
be a very good news because the basic material is also available in India, right? So they can use for the initial production of EVs.
and as far as the ore is considered, it is very, very low.
Hmm. Okay.
Because it is wait. Because they have said that the preliminary surveys by the Atomic Mineral Directorate for Exploration and Research have said that there's only 1,600 tons of lithium resources in the igneous rocks of that Maralaga and Alapatnam region of Karnataka's and Mandya's district.
Okay.
So the find in Mandya is extremely small in quantitative terms, but it has marked some initial success. Like we have somewhat we have an attempt to domestically mine the silver white metal by odd way of odd drug extraction. So some way
Okay.
there is some lithium we have found out, and it's somewhat a new discovery. It has started out, and right now, addition to that, there are many other companies also. They have started their okay. So there are other companies. They have
Okay.
also started their what to say like Tata Chemicals. So Tata Chemicals, as I think I shared the news before itself.
Yeah.
So in order to cut the dependence, Tata Chemicals has started to manufacture a started a very big company.
Okay.
So they have started in biggest lithium-ion battery plant in Dholera to compete with the Chinese. So
Okay.
like they have invested 4,000 crores for setting up lithium-ion battery in like Dholera Special Investment Region. So
Okay.
these Tata Chemicals is a very, very valuable company because they used to be even a supplier for ISRO. So they
Oh,
are company like these companies like they manufacture end-to-end product.
okay.
So what to say, from starting from cathode to finishing of the manufacture, they finish everything like to end-to-end product they used to concentrate.
Okay.
And and next is Exide Industries. Exide Industries have even partnered with some Swiss company joint venture, and they have also started to manufacture lithium-ion batteries.
Okay.
So so Exide is the second largest, I think, so in battery, right?
Okay.
Market player.
We
So
have to
next is
look at it.
they have a bigger market share, and next is infrastructure. The charging infrastructure is so I charging infrastructure, and Tata Power is I studied about Tata Power. So Tata Power has
Before that,
partnership
what do you
with
think of
Indian.
Amara Raja? Because Amara Raja is also into batteries, right? Are they making any lithium type batteries as of now?
I'm not sure, and
Yeah, okay, we'll do research on it.
okay. So Amara Java, they also plan to do, but I haven't researched that. And
Yeah,
next
but I
is
think they'll be doing in the future only, right? But Exide has already started, right? Exide and Tata.
yeah, Tata has started, and even Exide has started. Exide has partnership. I'm not sure about Amara Java.
Yeah, okay.
They say they are planning to like manufacture more like that. So
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
maybe it's not confirmed like they're going to start like that. So we'll see. And next is charging infrastructure. So charging infrastructure. So another player is the Tata Motor. So I'm going based on the news. So
Okay.
Tata Power. So Tata Power has signed 2 contracts in previous years.
Okay.
So actually, okay. So Tata Power has signed 2 contracts. With first one is Jaguar Land Rover. In order
Okay.
to then next one is for to MG Hectares to build more charging infrastructures over the state of India. So I studied the rates of a charger, and as far as I studied, they are saying like for a for a I studied the rates. So for it is 5 rupees for a minimum of 1 kilowatt like that. One
Okay.
unit we need to pay 5 rupees for a slow charger like that. If it is a fast charger, we need to pay like 15 3 triple times or double times like 10 or 15 rupees for 1 unit of charge.
Okay.
So it depends upon the battery supply. So for a car, we need to have an average charge of like 25 kilowatt like that. So one watt is 5 means 5 rupees. It can go to like 25 means. So like that, it has a
so about
certain
like 30
range.
rupees, it will be finished, right? You can charge it in 30 rupees, 30 to 60 rupees.
Yeah. So there are two types of chargers. There's a slow charger and there's a fast charger. So you need to have a quick charge means you need to pay like double or triple the rates and you need to charge it. So there's a slow charger. It is like I said, it's comparatively double or triple times, right? That's it.
Okay.
And so Tata Power is good. And next is, so I have taken the EV vehicle sales over this year, previous year.
Okay.
Okay, now the major brands in electric cars are Mercedes, Tata, MG, Hyundai, and Mahindra. So sales from April to November, that is 2019. So Mahindra E-Verito has been 513, which is the highest. Then Tata Tigor has given 491.
Okay.
Then Hyundai Kona electric vehicles has sales from 280, and Mahindra E20 is 25.
Okay. So right now Tata Motors has the highest volume, right, in four-wheelers.
Yeah, so in electric vehicle, according to in electric vehicle sales, right now the Tata has one of the major sales when compared to its peers. So in upcoming years, we are not sure, and even with the what to say, these three may be interconnected. So if Tata Motors, Tata Chemicals, and Tata Powers, like if they are so interconnected and they develop in the upcoming years, even they can produce an electric cars in more cheaper rate. So they have that.
For EV, I think Tata will have a whole monopoly, right?
They can have the monopoly if they.
Okay.
So because they have control, they have the company in every major sector and major infrastructure, and if they are able to develop each company, and they can be the monopoly for electric vehicle market in upcoming years. Even they can be the Maruti Suzuki.
So one question which I want to ask is, we have talked about charging infrastructure, we have talked about batteries, we have talked about cars. Which one do you think will be very profitable for the next 1 or 2 years? Which in these three things, which do you think we have to invest in?
I think we need to we don't need to concentrate on the manufacturer. So any brand can come and go. We can't depend on only one brand. So there can be a stiff competition. But when it comes to like manufacturers of a battery and other components, we need to concentrate on that. So battery and charging infrastructure, because in terms of battery means they can supply both for auto as well as bike. So their demand will be more higher. So if it will always be there will be a great demand always. So we need to focus on something that can sustain for a longer time. So that can create demand over the years. So we can concentrate on charging and charging battery, or like some other things manufacturers which can be vital, some components which can be vital for electric vehicles like that. So that can be useful to make, and that can be useful and that can sustain and that can create a demand over the years.
Okay.
Not the manufacturers. Some manufacturer may come and go. So even if you take Tesla, what to say, they can be in a market for some time, and there can be a new entrant. So some customers will go for that. But if we are able to capture the producers who are doing for both the component manufacturers for both, their production will be the same.
Okay. Do you think like Tesla will install production facilities in India?
Tesla is starting out now. Now, as far as the news is concerned, first they have started having an investment from Tesla from Norway. They are investing.
Okay.
And now they are importing. Right now, they are importing their cars now, and they are going to set up in a manufacturing plant in upcoming years. But from our infrastructure and it is somewhat, it's like a probable, it's a 50-50 probability only. So in upcoming we'll see, like it's an upcoming in upcoming we can see, like we can't say
I have to wait for more news, right?
It's like a 50-50, but Tesla has success in all over the countries, but in our country it's due to our market condition, due to our road conditions. I have no idea how the autopilot and all will work in our country.
That is a major disadvantage, right? But there are some videos where they are showing that in Mumbai and all, autopilot is working properly in their roads, mainly for Tesla. So we have to wait and see.
Marketing,
right? Yeah, marketing. I know it's marketing, but still, yeah.
So Suresh, good brand in the luxury segment, they can be a very good brand, I think so.
Yeah.
So even Mercedes are like having a little bit competition over Tesla, having a little bit fear. So we will see, because they are having now their ranges in Model 3, it's like 47 to 50 lakhs, like that they are planning to come to India. So this is like 2 times the market price as compared to America, I think so.
Okay.
So we'll just see like how it's going.
Yeah, we have to see. What do you think about import tax? They are saying if you are importing an electric vehicle from abroad, it is like 100% tax you have to pay, right? Do you think it will affect this Tesla production or setting up a plant in India?
I think there's many benefit schemes that are available for electric vehicles, but the import tax, how much the tax they are trying to put?
I think they are going to put 100% tax. I have to see, but it's a lot because there are like a lot of India schemes they have. Like we are enforcing Make in India, right? So basically, we don't want any foreign competitors to join the EV market. I think as of now.
Elon Musk was first hesitant to enter India. In some of the interviews, I even saw his talk over the Indian. See, like there are many rules, so we are not like entering right now, like that he was saying.
Okay.
In order to like go for a cheaper rates, they have to, the Tesla has to like have a partnership, or they have to like acquire something in order to sustain. It can be even like a Harley Davidson. They can, if they don't sustain to our market and their competitors, they can manage like Harley Davidson.
Yeah, or maybe they'll go in a joint venture with maybe Tata also, right? We have to wait and see for that.
Tesla, it's luxury, so we will. So they are focusing on luxury to bring their rates lower. They need to have a strategic. So I think they are new to the market also. So like for us, like Tata, Maruti, and all, they know our market very well, and when they are starting to develop electric vehicles, they can be more profit. They can be like what to say, more profitable, and they can be a stiff competitors also.
Last question is like right now what I heard was about 95 production of electrical vehicles is electrical two-wheelers. Mostly the production are scooters and bikes, and there are only like a very small proportion of cars. So do you think it is better to invest in like which will show more profit? Do you think we have to invest on car market, EV car market, or EV bike market?
So as per India, majority of the people will be using bikes only. So it's better to invest. Yeah, So if you are asking, so as I said, you can invest in the battery manufacturer
Okay,
that
that
can be
one we can
potential for both.
concentrate on.
Yeah.
Because as you said, if you see like Tata Chemicals, even their book value and their current price are also similar. Okay, and even although the P is high, even the ROE are all, they are fine. They are not so bad, and they are even giving
Just
out
check up the
dividend.
intrinsic value, Sairam. Just put the intrinsic value.
Yeah, I'll just check it up.
That edit ratio, you just go and put the intrinsic value. No, there itself you can put it. The table which is screen,
Yeah.
edit ratio, you click that
Edit
edit
ratio.
ratio, you put that
Okay.
intrinsic value.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So intrinsic value is so high. I think there
Okay.
is some.
Just an idea, it gives an idea. See,
Yeah.
each one
Because
is
if I am doing intrinsic value, I'll do a like 10 factor we have to see, right? I have to see what they are doing to calculate this intrinsic value.
yeah, that we did just based
Yeah,
upon
yeah.
Benjamin formula which has been modified, they have given it. Therefore, some of the companies it is vice versa. Intrinsic value is very low, market
Okay.
value is very high. Just it gives them just one way of viewing it. That's it.
Yeah, okay. Suresh, can you please tell what is your opinion on electric vehicles?
Yeah,
And
just
how?
can you tell me about Mr. Sriram? What is the background?
Yeah. Hi. So
Hi,
background.
Mr. Sriram.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shriram, he wants you to tell about your background. What have you studied?
Oh, okay.
Just
So
I know what to talk.
Yeah.
That's the reason. I talk something which is relevant to you, not something totally away. You are an
I'm
IT background?
currently no. I did BE in EC. Then I studied. I'm pursuing MBA operation and finance. So right now I'm working in investment banking company, BNY
Oh,
Mellon.
okay, very good, very good.
I entered a stock market from like 8 months or 9 months. So I'm just learning practical news. So
Oh, good.
very
I just want to have an idea. Yes, Sairam, what is that you are asking?
Yeah, so like, what do you think about EV future in India? Like
See,
how
when you talk,
revolutionary will it be for India?
yeah. Just to, I want to give an idea.
Hmm.
The EV is being already used in some application in industries, especially in forklifters. It is being used many decades ago. If you look at the way in which it is being used,
Hmm.
the forklifters which is operating in the godown, they don't want any diesel smoke or anything. So what we do is we plug it at night, 12 hours charging, and morning we use it for 4 or 5 hours. That
Okay.
was an application which is very apt for that. That means you are operating in an environment within the shed where you are not supposed to have any smoke. And you have an ample time to charge it, and you have a less time for daily you are going to use it. Battery, if you don't use it for a long time, it dies, even in house or anywhere. So you should charge it, use it. So that's the one point of it. So if I look at it in Indian application, now the question comes is in an electric vehicle, the considerable cost goes in the battery. Because if you look at it, automobile as such, whether it's a car or this one, the number of components involved in a petrol vehicle or diesel vehicle is very high when compared to the electrical vehicle. So number of components is very less, and so it gives a very long life. Your maintenance cost is supposed to be, except the batteries. I'm not talking about a battery. Except the batteries, when you talk about the chassis is same, everything is same, and sometimes you avoid the gearboxes also. So Tesla, if you look at it, they put the motors in all the four wheels. So they've done a radically different design. So when you look at it, except the battery, the other component, the operating cost and long-time cost will be very less. Now the question comes only the battery. Now what I look at in India, if you look at it, sometime back, India and US two-wheelers are for a luxury, just like a children now they are using for cycle, just as enjoyment. Yeah, 50 years ago, cycle was basically a transport vehicle. But
Yeah.
today, cycle is just for fun, people drive it. So in US, two-wheeler is for fun. It's not a regular transportation vehicle. Just they enjoy going around and other thing. Where in India, it is a transportation vehicle. When you say it's a transportation vehicle, daily how many kilometers they can go, what is the total cost of life cycle. I'm not talking, people normally they talk about charging and going, that's one part of it. What about the battery charging? Everything you have to look at it. Suppose if I possess the vehicle and after one lifetime battery goes, I change the battery, what will be the cost over a period of time and how much kilometer you are going to run? One area where I find it to be very apt is if you look at it, most of the Indian houses now, ladies or girl children are got a scooty.
Yeah.
And these compared to the boy, these people use it less. Boys may be using even 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, they may be using. But most of the ladies, they go for a shops or nearby. Their usage may not be more than 30 kilometers or something like that. So in those applications, electrical will be just like I told you, forklift will be very idle. Where they are not in an apartment, they have ample time to charge it. And they can just go around somewhere and come back. I do have seen it some vehicles which are made just like a cycle and it just moving in a very low cost application. I've seen it, not with the lithium battery. They put a normal battery.
Yeah, if you
So
see, even in Ireland, all the cycles have electric things in it. You can
yeah.
use it as scooter
Now
as well as you can cycle it.
Now Hero has come, Hero cycle have come with a cycle wherein battery is there. They've smartly designed it, not in a crude way. Within that bar itself, they have put it, but I don't know what type of battery they have put it, but they have made a serious attempt. That's good enough. So
Okay.
one of the option would be the where ladies are using the moped, in those places it can very easily replace it, number one. Number two, if you look at it, the auto market, auto rickshaws which are running, normally they don't run for a longer distance. They just keep moving around the city. And if you look at their kilometers, rupees per kilometer, what they charge is very high. Because they are just sometime from house to the bus stand or railway station, they may go for 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, they may ask you 30, 40 rupees.
Yeah.
So those people, if you look at it, the kilometer run is very less and they can do it. The another factor will be a very great advantage for all these people, which I have also presented one of the places. In India, the petrol and diesel taxes are very high compared to the other countries.
Yeah.
And in India, what is going to happen is the house current is highly subsidized. Especially if you see what is happening is the cost of production, suppose it is 4 rupees, 5 rupees, it is subsidized for houses and the subsidies burden is put on the shops and industries. That's why industries and shops, they are taking the burden of paying 8 rupees, 10 rupees, like that, a huge burden. And if you look at me, when I came from Andhra, I was very surprised to see even house current, they are again subsidizing of 300 rupees or something. And it was so funny. Monthly, my bill is only coming 300 rupees, where I was paying nearly 2000 rupees in other state because it is highly subsidized. So in this scenario, what will happen is, if for scooties, if they are going to charge it in their house, they'll be charging it at a low cost, and farmers will be charging at no cost because farmers current is given at without any money. So they'll be charging the batteries at no cost, zero cost. So these are the places where you'll find ready applications.
Okay.
Of
So
course,
one more question.
coming
Yeah.
to the car, yes, there will be. See, there are some people who may buy like buying a BMW, Mercedes Benz like that as a status symbol or an environment. Suppose Prime Minister is there, you like to play a vehicle as an environment, things like that. But total cost, how much it is going to be? That's what matters. I tell you two examples in from oil industry, which during mine. There was one of the area which we were having a lot of dust was there because chemicals godowns were there. Dust was flying out, and all the people have told the problems. Sir, we should do something to remove it. And engaging a lot of people, you cannot swipe all the thing. So when I googled, I find out like US, there are machines are there which are sweeping. So I was just trying to find out. I found one company. Then he said, "Sir, you buy it." What my answer was, being from ONGC, we don't want to take a burden of engaging a driver, helper, maintenance. I just want a service. Can you give it as a service? Now, when I ask him as a service, what the advantage what I have is his real worthiness I know.
Yeah.
Because he's a manufacturer. I said, whatever you buy, you take the loan from the bank, no problem. You buy a vehicle, you put your person, daily I need so many hours of service. So you tell me what is the total cost. So in a single factor, I'm getting the manufacturer make tell all the stories, this, that, rubber cost, sweeping cost, this cost, that cost, petrol cost. I know per day how much I have to pay for him. Right? So whether it is worth a single figure, I'll be able to compare it. Since Sriram is a finance man, he'll be understanding. We just take it in a financial term. So I don't want to have a headache of my business is drilling and taking oil. My business is not in road sweeping and that part goes this, that, and all. Days have gone. Now we are highly focused on what we do. We put our energy on that. We don't want to put our energy on the canteen, whether idli, how he is grinding. Somebody has to make it who is specialist in that and give it. So this is one thing. If these people are able to give it, let us say for a bigger buses now they are making it. Let us say Ashok Leyland is making. If Ashok Leyland says, yes, I'm ready to buy a bus, give it to you, per kilometer you give me. Okay, I'm ready to give it to Tamil Nadu Corporation or Delhi Corporation or something. In a single figure, you will get it. But what is the running cost of the diesel bus? What is the running cost of this? Then they will come out exactly whether it is viable or not. The moment it becomes viable, then it will pick up. Till the viability is, economical viability is not there, it will remain like that. Okay. There are some countries like Europe where they are very much environmental consciousness. I have seen it. When many things, they give a high subsidy. Okay. And they work in a totally different fashion, not like us. I've seen a power with the German, Paris, and other places where the waste, we are throwing the waste and dumping the waste in a place. What they're doing is they have a small power plant and they're giving all the rubbish and all the waste to the power plant as a raw material. And they don't buy it, they give the money to them. You take per ton, you burn it, we'll give you so much money. So it becomes a viable for power generation. And they look at it in a totality. Power is generated and the waste which is being generated, which they collected from the houses, they charge them. You are generating the waste and they give it to the power plant. So it becomes economically viable. So ultimately, whatever is there, unless and until it becomes economically viable, the takeoff will be slow. Now Tata put, if I understand, Nexus vehicle, they put a battery. That's why they advertise.
Yeah, Nexon. Yeah.
Nexon, they come out with the battery. I don't know what type of battery they have put it. And one more vehicle looks just like a Tesla, just like that. It's a sedan, and they have designed it. They just it is in the design table, or they made a proto model. I do not know what is going to cost.
Okay. One more question is for if you want to get into like Tata Motors or something, it is not running in profit, right? Like all these companies like Tata Motors, they are not even having a P ratio. So people are like, some people like me, if you look at this, basically ROE is negative, ROC is negative, no PE. So like there is a lot of risk, right, to invest in companies like Tata Motors. Do you think like it is worth investing Tata Motors anywhere in the future?
See, there are two ways. First, I was just looking at a presentation. Is my audio clear to you?
Yeah, it's very clear.
Okay. I was morning, I sent this one also. What are the companies that are going to come? From the battery technology, they are given Tata Chemicals, Amara Raja Battery, Exide. These three from the lithium batteries. Okay. And coming to the production, now one company, Aether, they have already come out in Bangalore, and it looks that the design looks not a typical Indian design. What I mean typical Indian design is they just get some component, put it together, just push it to market. But this vehicle, two factors I have seen it. One is they put a nicely on the front, they put a board where even the Google map, everything is visible. That means they are put little more software, so it becomes attractive, which can be done. Second, I've seen the shock absorber also. Even many of the major players, they still have the shock absorber at the back. They don't have the shock absorber which is going to the center, which gives a smoother ride, which these people have done it. That's how the designs are supposed to be done. This is the one part of it. Now coming to financial aspect, there are two ways I'm looking at it. See, one is the Tata Chemical, they have got so many divisions. Yes, they may make a lithium battery, Tata has got the competency, and they may have a in-house where they may use it in all the thing. But what is the percentage of the effect on the total?
Yeah.
Suppose they make 100%, and this business is going to make only 10% of the total turnover, then it's different. To slightly change your topic, yesterday what has happened is Reliance balance sheet, if you look at it, Reliance has got now refinery division, exploration division,
retail division also.
application division, retail division.
Yeah.
Now the things are changing. Now the weightage has changed. Earlier, the textile division was everything. The weightage of textile has come down, refinery. Now refinery, exploration. Now telecom. That range, the weightage of the different things are going. Suppose he is doing some division which is going to make only 2% or 3% variation. It's not a big hype in that. And coming to the batteries, even the Hero Motors, they are entering. That's a good thing. They have purchased, they put a 30% investment on the Ether. So that will give an idea for them. They can also come with that. Long weight is good. Tata Motors also long weight is good. Because Tata Motors have got one advantage is they have a lot of service stations. That's a big advantage. Today, one of my friend was asking, there's a rumor Tesla is joining with the Tata Motors to manufacture. That's why there is a yesterday.
Yeah, in Twitter there was a news, right?
Yeah, the stock is yesterday the highest rise was gainer was a Tata Motors. Yeah, and Tabaraja battery and Exide, if they are coming out, they are already in the battery market. So whomever is making, they'll be able to supply. Whether Ather makes it, Hero Honda makes it, Tata makes it, anybody makes it, they'll be a supplier to everybody. So that way, in the balance sheet, there will be a considerable thing will be there.
Okay.
But what cost is going to come out, we have to see. Yeah.
Okay. One more thing is, if you see India, in India we have something called as autos, which are not in like many other countries, right?
Yeah.
So is there any, do you think even that will have a lot of electric vehicles will be coming for autos?
It is already there. It is playing in India already. For your information, I have seen in Andhra some vehicles were playing, and because I told you the advantage of that is they were being using. Suppose it gives a driving for them. It is not like a diesel engine. When they stop it, it doesn't drain any power. It's in a normal vehicle, it drains the power.
Even in Tamil Nadu, it's like they are going to bring 5,000 electric autos, and only like women are going to drive it, it seems.
Yeah, that's a very interesting. I've seen it. What they have done it's not a simple auto. Backside of the auto, they made it as like a small shop. So and they're giving to the ladies. That is the innovative thing. That's how that I like it. The basic idea is now what is happening. If you see Chennai, one drastic change is happening. What I observed recently, the shop rents have gone up. So if you go everywhere, the Tata, they call it as a little elephant, the small vehicle, one tonner. So they made on the backside, they are having vegetables, provisions, every damn thing. And they are moving around the street. Instead of one place, instead of selling in a shop, they every 15 minutes or half an hour, they go to different streets. So the sales is more and they need not to pay the high rental. Exactly, the one which you are showing here. And the backside, what they've done is they made it a stretcher where they can have a tea shop, dosa shop, like that they have come out.
Okay. So I think this will be very innovative, right?
No, this is not just like as I told you earlier, this type of vehicle, if you look at it, they can put a normal battery. They need not to go for lithium battery. They can put the normal battery, which one we are using for our regular car. That is sufficient for them because they will just park it and then they move it. That's it.
Okay. One more thing is like for importing, as you said, for lithium batteries, there are not much lithium supplies in India, and they need
Yeah,
also
yeah.
other materials like cobalt and all. It's not there in India. So do you think that will be a major issue in like EV vehicles to bring more EV
See,
vehicles in India?
the question is, you think about Japanese. Japanese doesn't to have any minerals,
Hmm.
right? They don't have iron ore, they don't have anything, but
Hmm.
they are importing the iron ore from India, making the finest steel
Hmm.
components, and they are giving back to India.
Hmm.
Okay, you have the mineral, but
Hmm.
you are giving it to Japanese. They make all the premium steel, and
Hmm.
you are importing it at a very high cost from them.
Hmm.
So how dynamic is the country? That's what matters.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. So I think.
And one more thing in engineering,
Hmm.
like people say, you cannot, because I've seen in BHEL,
Hmm.
lot of projects have been taken.
Hmm.
Initially, in the industry, what has happened is,
Hmm.
uh, we used to, if you to think about after independence, the
Hmm.
refinery, fertilizer,
Hmm.
everything used to come from, I'm talking about a very early stages of just after independence.
Hmm.
Okay, no technology was there. Everything, even people used to cut a joke. Even the drain,
Hmm.
gutter drain used to come from there.
Okay.
Now what has happened is slowly indigenization had taken place. Now you take about L&T. They
Hmm.
are one of the finest organizations where they get the technology from the other countries for everything,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
they try to make it in India. Now
Hmm.
the question is, when you're trying to make it, there are two components. One is whether you have a technology design.
Hmm.
If somebody gives a design where you can manage. Second
Hmm.
is, what is the scale?
Hmm.
Suppose I need a special component. For
Hmm.
one component, if I'm going to put up a manufacturing unit for just for by making two components per day, it doesn't work out.
Hmm.
There's the economy of scale is there where China has got a biggest advantage. Anything
Okay.
they make in a huge number and dump it in the
Yeah.
market. That
True.
is the
Yeah.
so when you try to make it, to
Hmm.
tell a thing, I was really on that day I was shocked. I saw a news in paper that
Hmm.
Tirupur, where they're making garments, all the
Hmm.
garment supplies are stagnated because we don't have buttons. We don't have
Okay.
buttons. They said buttons has not come from China. You can
Oh.
imagine.
Okay.
That's a
So.
classical example. I've seen it.
Okay.
How it's a low-tech item, but
Hmm.
still Chinese are making in a huge volume buttons. So
Hmm.
we are, for a button, we are depending upon Chinese. Our garments are waiting.
Yeah.
That's what the economy of scale means.
Hmm. It's like China is controlling like all the production, right? Production, raw material. That's why I think a lot of people are
See,
developing so fast.
it's not that China is controlling, the world market is globally connected.
Hmm.
You have to see, suppose some company from India is going
Hmm.
and putting a unit, like you take one of the company, Motherson Sumi. You
Yeah,
heard
yeah,
about this?
Motherson Sumi. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
just Google it. They
Hmm.
have a unit in so many countries. I think
Hmm.
maybe 20, 30 countries they have a production.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
such type of people, you ask them, what is your one component you are making it? What is your cost of production in all the 20 countries?
Hmm.
They are making some component, all the
Hmm.
20 countries, what is your breakup? Then you
Okay.
know what is the advantage of that country. Maybe US, maybe more, India, something may be less, something may be,
Hmm.
what is that? Then you will have it.
Hmm. Okay. One more thing is like budget is coming, right? Do you think budget will affect anything regarding to EV vehicles?
Absolutely no idea what they
No
are
idea. Yeah,
carrying on the
okay.
wall.
Yeah. I
But
think
they
we
are
can
going to
discuss it
meet
after they
but
release the budget.
we do not know, because one of the thing what people are joking is that
Yeah.
banks they have written off. They said yesterday I was talking to somebody.
Hmm.
Banks, all the bad loan government has said they will be observing it. Whether
Hmm.
they will really give the money to the banks or they will simply say, oh, okay, okay, we'll give it later.
Yeah. Who
Then
knows?
it will affect them. That's what we do
Hmm.
not know what they are going to do. Whether
Yeah.
it will
Okay.
be because they also got a huge deficiency will be there. What they
Hmm.
will do, we do not know.
Okay. So, do you think we can have another meeting next week? We can have a good discussion on this. We can go inside financials of each company like Tata Motors, and we can discuss how fundamentally strong it is and when to buy it. We can have a discussion on each and every things
Yeah.
like that. Okay. So next week, what I'm planning is there are like basically four sectors like two-wheeler EVs, cars, battery manufacturers, and charging infrastructures. Like each and every week, we can just go to one type of sector. We can see like fundamentals of it, and we can see like which companies are fundamentally strong and are potentially we can invest in it. We can have that from next week. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
See, one thing I will like to say is,
Hmm.
before you do something, there are something called like a fact sheets.
Hmm.
Because what I like in the fact sheet is, even see, I worked in ONGC, but
Hmm.
I know the operation side. When I look at the fact sheet, they
Hmm.
clearly given a graph with the
Hmm.
oil barrel, because there is a so complex formula. Even I had to break my brain, because
Hmm.
what government pays, it
Hmm.
pays based upon the field, from which field it is coming. They
Hmm.
give a different rates. They have a different formula. When we are selling it to power sector, there's a different formula. When you are
Hmm.
selling to fertilizer gas, it is a different formula. It's a very
Hmm.
complex formula. But
Hmm.
these bigger financial houses, they put all the things in a software, and they
Hmm.
have made some projections. If oil price is going up, what will be the profits? They have
Hmm.
made it. The fact
Hmm.
sheet, those things are available, so we can
Okay.
look at it. See,
Okay.
there
Okay.
is
Sure.
one more thing. There is a gut feeling, what I would call it as a.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, see, sometimes what happened is you look at the figures and all,
Hmm.
but most of the time, the nowadays data is so much available. There was a time
Yeah.
people are not knowing anything.
Hmm.
Now most of the people are computer savvy, and we get all the data. Now,
Hmm.
what we wanted to know is how the future is going to be. That's what is the biggest question.
Yes. And that is my job. I am a data analyst, and I will create mathematical models for each and every stock.
Okay. Hey, there are certain issues like, when the market was down totally, what I
Hmm.
thought is Corona is there, so people will like to have their own vehicle. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
But what I learned is people don't have money, so they are right and left and right, they are buying the second-hand vehicles. Old
Yeah.
vehicles, they are there, they are buying it. So I thought even whether they run a new vehicle or a second vehicle, they will buy two things. One is a tire and tube.
Hmm.
Because if the old vehicle also they have to change it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
battery they have to change it.
Hmm.
So, but I purchased something, but I couldn't feel immediate change in that. Not
Hmm.
couple of months, I could not find the effect. Many
Hmm.
people, what happened is when the balance sheet comes, when the figure comes only, they start running it.
Yeah.
So if that type of thought is made out, like
Hmm.
yesterday you were talking about Ethereum, Bitcoins,
Yeah.
sorry, cryptocurrency. If
Yes.
that
Yes.
type of forethought based upon your specialization, each industry where we are there. See, one of
Hmm.
the thing what comes to my mind is, I find in Madras when the corona is slightly over, now all the fellows are moving around left and right.
Hmm.
People, because all the children and all, they could not. So once it is over,
Hmm.
the people cannot sit in the house. They will try to move, picnic here,
Yeah.
there. So definitely through the world, one is the cinema theaters or restaurants.
Hmm.
Sometimes people like to enjoy more than what they were enjoying 1 year back.
Hmm.
Okay, so
But
there will be
what I
some.
feel is this gut feeling, I think we should be able to quantify it. And that is
Yeah,
what is needed, right?
exactly. And we should take a leader in each segment. You should not
Hmm.
just buy it with company which are going to go to insolvency. Suppose
Hmm.
ITC, you take it.
Hmm.
ITC has got a strength because they get the money basically from the cigarette business. That is their
Hmm.
money maker. So
Hmm.
they have a hotels and they
Hmm.
have a consumer products, everything. So the
Hmm.
hotels are now locked down, most of the hotels, and there are premium hotels.
Hmm.
So what we have to look at it, what extent it makes it, we have to see.
Hmm. That is what Warren Buffett call it as economic moat. So what he tells was, whatever you do, that brand, right, that being in the top, it has a lot of additional value. It will add a lot to the intrinsic value.
Yes, yes,
So if you are buying, you have to see how advanced they are from their competitors also. That
yes,
is what he tells.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So next week we can meet. We can discuss more about this EV. Or if you want something like cryptocurrencies and how to evaluate it, then that one also we can have a workshop based on it. Okay, we can have a discuss next week.